What's going on, guys? My name is Joey Franzo with Flex Training Systems. How are you guys doing today? I hope you guys are doing well. I am going to be bringing you a slightly different video today. I'm going to be talking about some stuff that I went through yesterday, actually. Some of my thoughts and just some reflection, and I wanted to highlight one of the great things about this community, or just people in general, because I think um, a lot of what I talk about in powerlifting goes deeper than just the sport of powerlifting, uh, uh, which gets into like some crazy stuff. As many of you guys know, those of you that have me on Facebook, I got robbed recently. Someone got into my car and they took all my stuff. All of my important training stuff is gone. There are a couple things that they left behind. And I'm just gonna kind of go through the day and maybe also if you're one of those people that there are a couple of you guys that waited like 4 days to get an email back. If you are a inquiring new client and it is like closer to the weekend, I'm a little slower on my emails and I don't stress about them. But if it's like Monday through Friday, I go through my emails either in the morning or at the end of the day. So if you're one of those guys, I'm really sorry. I should have gotten to everyone. If I haven't, just shoot me another email. But I think I'm all caught up now. So yeah, Monday morning, I wake up. I'm actually not. I go to the restroom like at 9 a.m. and my brother is awake and he says, "Joe, you left the trunk in your car open." And I'm thinking to myself, "Oh, I brought in groceries the night before. I could have potentially left it." But then I thought about it. I didn't leave any groceries in my trunk. It was all in the back seat. And I remember the night before, I was bringing all my groceries in. And as I had to take 2 trips. I wasn't alpha enough to do it all in one trip. And I left my keys, my house keys, which my car keys are on, in my door while I was doing that. But I remember closing the door, and I'm trying to, I don't know if I may have closed the doors, but I didn't hit the button to lock it. My car is a Volkswagen 2013 Jetta, so when you like leave the car unlocked and you have the key outside of the car and you wait a certain amount of time, it'll just lock on its own. A while back, there was an issue with the lock, and I had to call like AAA to open my door. And I think when they did that, they must have messed something up, because I don't know if my car locks on its own anymore. I have to manually do it, which is like, I never forget. I usually always do it. And I usually always take my stuff in. And I didn't this time. This one day, I got home late. I was carrying a lot of groceries. It's like 11 o'clock at night. I still haven't taken a shower. Still haven't, done my work that I needed to do before Monday morning. And I left my training stuff in my car. And inside my training bag was my freaking Dre Beats. And for those of you guys that don't know, I have an SPD belt. I have 2 pairs of SPD sleeves. I have a black insert belt. At this particular time, I had my this heavy duty sweatpants and sweatshirts that I wear. I took everything out of my back seat to put in the trunk because I was taking trash out. And I had a backpack, a backpack of clothes, like chargers, like the block for your iPhone, just a bunch of like little electronic things in that backpack. And it was just the one time I forget to lock my car and bring my stuff in. I wake up in the morning, my brother tells me my trunk's open. I go out there, and like my trunk is just like emptied out. Like there's nothing in there. And like the feeling that I had was confusion, anger, and then I started to really think like, shit, I must have forgot to lock the car. I will say that this isn't the first time this has happened. A while back in the rain, it was raining really hard, and the dogs, like I couldn't hear, they couldn't hear anything, so they didn't bark. And somebody had gotten into everybody's car that day, but they didn't take any of my lifting stuff because why the fuck would you do that? It doesn't fit you. There's no point in taking that stuff. You're not going to resell it. It's all worn out and stuff. It's like it makes no sense to do that. The only thing that is like maybe the belts you could resell, and obviously my beats and stuff, but these crooks this time, they took everything. They took all of my clothes, which is crazy because I buried all my stuff under my clothes. It was like a ton of clothes. I'm telling it was like I had a freaking laundry hamper in there with like every wrap I've ever like had. It was like my every knee wrap I've ever used, every wrist wrap, elbow sleeves, just everything. Socks for deadlifting, just tights for training, just everything gone. Just they took it all. The only thing they left behind were my these like one pair of these Iron Rebel like a prototype knee sleeves that they gave me a while back to test out, a blue belt. So I at least have that belt, and then like one random like one Addy Power, one wrestling shoe, and like a random knee sleeve that I haven't used in like 5 years. That was it. So obviously that sucked. But what was interesting to me was that in my glove compartment, I had my my Nintendo DS, which if those of you that don't know, I got my girlfriend into playing Pokemon a while back. Something for us to do like for fun. And I had come back from our house, so I had it in there. They didn't take it, but they obviously moved it because it wasn't in the center. The point is that it was an electronic device that they had obviously moved, but they didn't take it, which makes no fucking sense to me. Like, no sense to me at all. Like, I don't understand why they wouldn't have taken that, but they took all my clothes and my lifting stuff. So it's very strange. And I just felt like I made a mistake. And, yeah, people are really shitty, and it sucks that I live in a neighborhood where we need to watch our stuff. This is like a common thing where I'm at. And actually here in California, there's a rule that passed, so it's only a misdemeanor if you do something like this and it's under $1,000. I could easily prove that it was over 1,000, easily. But it just, I guess they think that, oh well, we'll hit up 5 cars, and as long as we don't go over that limit, and even if we get caught, it's not a big deal. I don't know. It's just retarded. I fucked up though. I didn't lock. I must have forgotten to lock my car, and it's my fault for leaving my shit in there. Yeah, it sucks that I have to worry about people doing that stuff, but it is what it is. And I was just angry at people. I was just so mad at just the people of this world, and it just made me so angry. I felt disrespected. I felt violated. I felt almost like you've been raped and they got away and there's nothing you can do about it. And what really bothered me was that a lot of the stuff that was in there were things that my girlfriend had gotten me. I even had shirts that she had gotten me that were they were still in the wrapper. They weren't even opened yet. I had a custom sweater that she made me. And like just things that meant something to me got taken, and I can't get those things. I can't get some of those things back. I had this one. It was like a little necklace that she got me that says "Breathe" on it, and that necklace was given to me a long time ago, and it means a lot to me, especially because for those of you that don't know, when I used to play. When I was a highly competitive Yu-Gi-Oh player, like literally that was my job. That's how I bought my first car. And I was like supporting myself, living on my own. I used to say breathe, like just calm down and breathe. And I think a lot of the stuff I learned from playing that game and being highly competitive there, translates over into life. And obviously, I'm doing well in powerlifting, so being competitive, all like regardless of what it is, there's aspects of every discipline that you can apply to whatever. But point is, at least that was in there. They didn't take the DS. Could have been worse. I made the post on Facebook kind of like out of anger, like a reaction, like fuck, like these motherfuckers got me, and I messed up. But shortly after, people started to come together to say, a lot of people, like even people I didn't even expect, even people that you could say I didn't really get along with, maybe came together, and they all wanted to chip in. They all wanted to help, and I had even people that I respect in the industry say things like, "Yo, I want to do a GoFundMe for you," and then I had another one of my lifters say that, and it was just like, Tim Thibodeau, thank you so much, Tim. Like, that means a lot to me. And everyone, like, all these different people, even people I hadn't talked to in a while, were messaging me saying, hey, man, I got these old wrist wraps or knee sleeves. You can borrow these. You can have these. Da 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 da. And that hatred that I had for humanity, that fucking anger that was so built up. Like, really, guys, I'm telling you, I have not been that mad in a long time. Like, I really don't get angry, but this time I felt like it was just rage. It was just, I was angry at myself. I was angry at people. I was angry at this world. And then to just see all these people come together to want to help me after something bad happened to me. They all wanted to chip in and they all wanted to help me. And it just made me feel like, you know what? Like, there are a lot of shitty people in this world, but I would like to think, more good people than bad people. And it meant a lot to me. That you guys would all, want to chip in and help, and I don't even know how to describe that feeling. It totally helped make this shitty event not as bad. Um, I had to squat the next day, so today, for example, I have to squat later today, and I was like, shit, I don't have my SPD belt, I don't have my SPD sleeves, like, I don't have my wrist wraps, like, what am I gonna do? I mean, I could live without headphones, and I guess I can buy winter clothes again when it's time, and I have other clothes aside from the ones that they took, and I was just trying to figure out, like, how am I gonna continue, like, moving on with my life without, like, having to spend all this money. And I want to give a special thanks to Jason Weldon from A7. He saw what happened, and he immediately said, hey, he hit up Tina and was like, I got this a large SPD belt that I don't like training in. I could give it to Joey. And I'm going to give him some new knee sleeves. And I think he's sending wrist wraps too. I'm not sure. I'm going to find out today because he got it freaking like rush delivered so that I wouldn't miss any training. You didn't have to do that, Jason. That meant so I got the feels. I got feels. I was just like, you know what, man? That meant I'm losing it right now. I can't even talk straight. Thank you so much. I don't even know if you're going to hear this, but I just wanted to say thank you so much for that. You really saved like you didn't have to do that. Like I don't know. I just it makes me feel like there's hope for humanity. There is hope for the human race. We just can't focus on the bad. And also, I wanted to give a shout to Position USA. They make like really nice custom made shoes. And I forgot to mention, I got my squat shoes that I squatted in the Arnold were taken, and my the shoes that I bench in, my red ones were taken, and one fucking Addy Power, which is like $200. I bought it when it came out. It was $220 taken, and they're sending me some shoes, and they make really nice shoes. My girlfriend loves them. Omar Isaf uses them. So I wanted to say thank you to them. So it's like I'll have shoes to squat in. I do have I believe some shoes somewhere in my house that I could have probably used, but really nice of them to do that. And like that SPD belt is from Jason. That's gonna I don't even know what to say. I can't even get over this. And then, Eric, I want to say thanks to Eric Bodhorn, offered me any, stuff. He was like, if you need anything, let me know. And then he sent me a link to these headphones that are identical to my Beats, but they're like way cheaper, like less than half the price. So thank you for that, Eric. Even you guys know Chance, like Chance Mitchell was like, Joey, if you need anything, if you guys don't know, Chance got his stuff stolen when he came in here to LA. And Tina and I put together a little package for him and gave it to him, and he just saw that it happened to me and tried to get me back. So thanks, Chance. I think I'm gonna be okay. Justin Calkin, you guys know, we're not working together right now, but he offered to give me wrist wraps, so thank you, Justin. Um, Big Steve Gentili from Barbell Brigade offered to give me some knee sleeves. I think I'm gonna be okay. I actually I have my first ever SPDs that I ever used in my room. They're kind of worn out, but it's something. I can at least use it for now. I don't. I hope they fit, but like I'm gonna be okay. Like everybody chipped in, and I got that stuff back. I could buy clothes. I have a good job. I'm not. I have a. It's like this community is literally keeping me alive. Like my job is coaching, and without you guys, everybody chipping in, I wouldn't even be able to. I wouldn't be able to take hits like this and be okay. But I just wanted to say, if you're still listening, even if you don't have enough to give anything, but like you listen to my videos, you drop a like, you like something on Instagram, or you leave a comment, or you acknowledge me in some way and that I've helped you in somehow and you're thankful for that at all, I just want to say thank you so much. If you ever bought a t-shirt, which if you guys are waiting on those, are going out early next week, so thank you again for all that. I think this is our biggest order yet. um, Thank you guys so much for your support. I'm not like the most popular person in the world, but I think I'm doing what I can to try and be productive with the people that can afford my coaching. But then those of you that can't, and you just want to kind of be pushed in the right direction, I do have a YouTube channel, and there, if you go through it and you can deal with my insufferable voice, there's a lot of good stuff in there if you dig deep. If you listen to what I'm saying, there is a lot of useful information out there, and those of you that do, I think you guys are going to see benefits. I know that before I started working with Russell, he watched my videos like all the time, and he showed me mad love, and I think he was a little ahead of the curve before we started working together, and that's the type of stuff that I hope to. I just want to make this environment, this world that we live in, this powerlifting world, better. I just want to improve it. I just want to, because if powerlifting gets better, we all get better. And I don't care what federation you lift in. I don't care, what, if you do bench only, if you do push pull, if you do knee wraps, even if you fucking lift in gear. I don't care. We're all powerlifting. We're all lifting weights. We're all part of this community. Everybody's got each other's back. As you guys have clearly shown me, you have my back. And that just makes me feel like I'm fucking doing good shit. And I'm thankful to be a part of this. This, whatever you could call this. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys that are going to nationals. I'm looking forward to seeing you then. If I don't see you this time, then I'll see you when you come over to my side of the country in 2018. Thank you guys again. If you, we got to leave this off with so a takeaway. What's the takeaway? Control what you can control, and try not to stress about things that are out of your control. So like, I could have locked my car. I could have made an effort to take the stuff. Even if I forgot to lock the car, I could have taken my stuff out. It's my fault for not doing that. I can't control how shitty people are going to be, but I can control what I can do to protect myself. So, me being angry is not going to catch that person. Me being angry is not going to get my stuff back. But all I can do, I was telling this to Eric, I gotta get back to my emails, I gotta get to work, I can make this money back, that I gotta spend on the stuff that I did lose, that didn't get replaced, but I'm gonna be fine. And, obviously, like, people have been robbed way worse, like, yeah, I lost, like, $1 to $2 grand worth of stuff, but there are people who have had, like, their entire houses robbed. Like, I'm healthy for the most part. aside from little things here and there, and like I'm gonna be fine. I'm not gonna let whoever did this stop me from going where I want to go and doing what I want to do. And again, the community coming together to help me when I got, in a little rough spot. Even if you just said sorry to hear, it keeps me going. Like I'm telling you, how can I be mad when we just have this much love, going around this community? So 20-minute video, my longest video. I got a little passionate. Sorry about that. If you came here for just like direct informative content, there's a fuckload of other type of content out there. That type of content, if you're looking for that, it's out there. But yeah, guys, I am just thankful to be able to talk to you guys. I'm thankful that I'm healthy and that I'm going to be able to train today okay, and that we have great people out there who can keep me afloat, keep us afloat. So, thank you guys so much for listening. A little bit different today, but I just want to say I really appreciate each and every one of you, and let's keep it moving. Let's keep training. Keep hitting it hard. Let's keep moving forward. Let's keep getting better. And yeah, thank you guys. I'll talk to you in the next one.